into a fandom, you should probably know about it before you actually get into it. This is because fandoms can be pretty dangerous at times, considering the one you're going into. I've come across this before. Even some of the fandoms I'm in can be pretty stupid at times. And just, when it happens, it's something I just go and shake my head at. It's like, oh, don't tell me these people are the ones I'm in, just... Recently, and it usually happens, usually when you have a different opinion with someone. And they usually say that you're a terrible person, you're not a real fan, and that you should die for it. Recently, this happened with Steven Universe, which is a show on Cartoon Network. And a lot of the show is pretty much just about being acceptable and accepting things for what they are and things like that. Just accept for people for what they look like. And I'm not even sure what the main plot is because I've never watched it before. And I don't really know much about it, but from what I heard, it's really good. And it shows because it has a lot of fans. But I've never watched it before, not once. So who am I to judge? But recently, one person by the name of Zami, I think I'm saying that right? Zami070 has been harassed on Tumblr and some other parts of the internet for her fan art. And her fan art pretty much was not what the fans liked. I mean, she did things like changing the color of someone's hair, one of the caterers' hair who's black, and she changed it from an afro to blonde hair. And they called her a racist for that. But the big one was that she changed one of the Bat characters, I don't know what her name is, but she's pink, and she's kind of big, but she made her a tad bit skinnier, and fans called her homophobic. And they're going at her, calling her a bad person, and her art sucks, and all this other stuff. And they're also calling her transmistic, I think I'm saying that right, because she called other females dude and man. And I wasn't even sure what that word meant before I even read the article and looked at another video, and I had to go and look it up. It's just like, where are all these words coming from? I mean, this and all this other stuff is just, it's incredible. But it's amazing what these social justice warriors are doing. They think they are the good people, the ones who are trying to make the internet a better place and keep away the bullying, when in reality, they are the ones who are the bullies. They are the ones who are causing all this trouble. They are pretty much the racist on here. They are pretty much the sexist. They are the ones who are just causing all this drama and claiming they're the good people. They're the ones who are going like, I'm offended, I don't like this. And then they try to get their army at just one person, and then they say they're the ones who are doing all this bad stuff, and they're the ones who are getting bullied around, when in reality, it's the other person. It's just incredible the way these people think. And they're going after this one person pretty much. And it's just not a few people. It's a ton of people doing this. A ton. And they're going after some of the people who are defending this girl as well. I mean, I've seen some really mean posts. Just some really mean ones. I mean, one girl actually said that she should kill herself, and that she's the reason that all these black people are dying on the streets. She's the reason that a black person didn't get voting to the White House in 2008 and all this other crap. And I was like, that was the face I was making the whole time I was reading it. I couldn't believe it. And it had over 4,000, I think, let's see, what was it, likes or something, I think, but I don't know, but or mostly reblogs, I think, from other people, but there were also actually some likes. People liked that post. People liked a post where someone said they should kill themselves. To me, that is where my brain stopped. My brain couldn't follow anything like that. I was just like, because it was too much for me. I thought a human being couldn't do that. There was no way a human being is that inhumane. No way, but that person proved me wrong. And there are just all these other people on Tumblr and other places saying this mean crap. Like, one person said that she drew a nose too small, and she's saying she's being stereotypical by drawing who the person in the art is a Jew because her nose is too small. What? That doesn't even make any sense. The stereotypical Jew has a big nose. That is a stereotypical Jew, not having a small nose. How does that make any sense? And this other person who originally was defending the girl went and changed his mind and is like, oh, no, you're right. You shouldn't do this kind of stuff. It's like, no, you have to stand up against these stupid morons. You had to stand up against them or they'll keep going. And I'll put a link below for some of this stuff and just show you the mean things they have said. I read some other people have supposedly deleted their post, mostly because they're cowards, but hopefully some of them actually saw the error in their way and just apologized to her afterward. I can only hope, but with all those likes, I doubt there's a ton. So, the creators of Steven Universe, the people who work on the show, have come out to this person and all these haters and saying they're the ones who are being bad and they need to apologize. And after they did that, they got harassed. The social justice warriors went after them and called them pedophiles for defending a fan who's getting her life threatened. We're just doing the right thing. This is the world we live in now. This is the world we live in. And just even the executive producer went out and said this, and she's getting harassed. I mean, I'm not sure if Rebecca Sugar, the person who made the show, is doing anything, but I'm sure she's not happy right now. She's probably pretty pissed. I mean, I would be. If I had a show and I knew my fans were doing this, I would not be happy with them. I would send a message on my Facebook or just how any other way and saying, I am not pleased with this. If you are doing this, I would tell them to leave the fandom and not come back. I do not support this kind of stuff. I would just not be happy with the way they were treating this one person. And I would get in contact with this one person or maybe a few other people and ask them if they would like to be on the show. I think they would deserve it, and it would be just a little punch in the fan's face who are harassing this person. I would want them to be on my show just so they could feel better and feel like a real person. And Rebecca Sugar is actually a pretty big feminist. I mean, the show has a pretty big feminist message in it because most of the characters are females, and really the only one I know who is a guy is Steven himself, so I don't watch the show, so I don't know if there are any others, but I do know most of them are female, and it has a big feminist message. But the weird thing about this is that fan art is about expressing yourself. You're doing what you want to do in it. And when you take away that, it's not fan art anymore. It's not your fan art. It's the person who sent you fan art. Because that's their ideal of what their art is. It has to be pretty much the exact same of what the creator did. And I wouldn't care if someone made some changes to my fan art, or my art. If they did it, I have to be kind of pleased because it means they're a fan of me. I would be appreciated knowing there's all these people out there making their own just ways of making it of what I made. I was like, that's pretty cool. Wow, I have fans. That's cool. So, and it's just not fan art. It's regular art. If you go around censoring art, it's just not art. It's about expressing yourself. And you shouldn't be going and doing this kind of crap, because people have been doing this for centuries, trying to censor art and make it their ideal. When you do that, you're not a good person. I mean, there's art out there I don't agree with 100%, but I won't go around saying it's wrong. I mean, I'll criticize it and say, I don't agree with that, but I'll still be like, it's your art, and you do what you want to do. As long as it makes you happy. Okay. But, jeez, what some of these people are doing, and she wanted to commit suicide. She tried to, but luckily it got either stopped or she decided not to do it. I'm not sure how it went, but she ended up in a hospital, and people are calling her a wimp and that she should have died, and it's just like, it's terrible just reading some of this, and they're claiming that she's not the victim, and that she's just a white whatever or anything like that. Just and this has happened to me before. I once criticized Family Guy for a episode that killed off Brian, and people told me to kill myself. And it's happened on some of my other videos as well, so I know what it's like. And when I see that, I'm not really infected by it. I'm just like, yeah, whatever, I don't care, you don't matter to me. And I don't even really go and delete those messages all the time. I believe in free speech. I let people criticize my videos because I believe criticism helps at times. It actually helps you. Well, crap. Oops. My camera stopped. That didn't work as I wanted it, but well. So as I was saying, I think criticism can be good. I mean, I know a lot of people don't like it, but I think criticism can be good because it lets you know on what you can improve on. Just what you can improve on and how you can get better at it, because there have been times that it happened to me. I mean, I posted fan art and stuff like that before, and people have said that I need to improve on this and that, and sometimes I agree with them, sometimes I don't. I'll be like, I think I'm actually pretty good at this, or maybe I'll be like, I do need to improve on that. I'm not that really good when it comes to that, but criticism can be good, and I think more people need to accept it for what it is. I mean, yeah, it does kind of hurt when people tell you about that, but it's needed. Sometimes people are trying to help you. I mean, sometimes people are just being serious about it and they don't want you to improve, but sometimes they do want to help you and just become a better at what it is. So, just criticism can be good at times, and just let it go. So, this video has pretty much gone on longer than I probably wanted it to, but for anyone out there, just don't go and let people censor your art or anything. Just let them do what you want to do. And Zamy, don't do anything. Do what you want to do. It's your art, not yours. People can do. You can do whatever you want. It's your art, not theirs. I mean, these social justice warriors are just nothing but a bunch of just leftist loons, far leftist loons who think they can do whatever they want. And they will always claim that they're the good person, they're the victim, when in reality, they're not. They are just terrible people who are the real bullies. And I just hope things get better for you. I would like to see Rebecca Sugar let you be on Steven Universe, because that would be a slap in the face of those people. Do what you want. Don't let those people harass you. Don't let anybody harass you. And anybody else watching this video, don't let people harass you in that way. You do what you want to do. I mean, that's what I do. I believe in free speech, as I said, and I won't take away comments, but I might still speak up to that person and say what I think, because I'm not going to let them go and just push me around. So, this video is going on long enough, so I hope I just got out to people because I had to really speak out about this. It just got me really mad, and I forgot if I said it or not, but I saw on Alphaomegasin's video. He's a cool person and one of my favorite YouTubers, so thanks for Alphaomegasin for informing me about this. Good video, but so hope it didn't go on too long, but anyway, this is Master Mario 548 of animation, video games, and whatever I can think of. Thanks for watching.